Hey there beaders! Today I want to show you how to make the RoseMontee Resort Cuff, and it uses the DiamonDuo bead, which because of its two holes pairs perfectly with the Preciosa RoseMontee crystals. You can see how they sparkle and basically steal the show. This bracelet is gorgeous and so simple to make, as you will see, just a few steps and then repeat those steps as needed. So the materials needed for this project are about 60 inches of waxed beading thread like wildfire. You'll be using 2 needles simultaneously. You'll need a set of pliers, some glue to finish your knots. You'll need around 22 DiamonDuo beads in aqua color. You'll also want 42 RoseMontee crystals, size SS16 in apricot on gold plate. You'll want around 125 2mm fire polish beads, or what we call our 2 tiny bead. You'll also need 2 open jump rings in gold, and finally a magnetic toggle and clasp set in gold. First step, measure and cut a 60-inch length of thread and attach a needle to both ends of this length of thread. You'll be using both needles to make this design. First, using the right needle, thread 4 2 tiny 2mm fire polish beads to form the seed bead loop. Second step, thread the right hole of a DiamonDuo using the right length of thread, and thread the left hole using the left length of thread. This completes the seed bead loop. Third step, thread a RoseMontee with each length of thread. Move up through it in a vertical or forward motion, beading away from you. It doesn't matter which hole you choose to pass through, as the RoseMontees are symmetrical and the holes are interchangeable. Next, you want to continue by repeating steps 2 and 3 until you reach the desired length of your bracelet. A 7-inch bracelet is ideal for an average wrist size. Step 4. Once you've reached the desired length of your bracelet, thread 4 2 tiny fire polish beads, first with one length, then thread the same beads going in the opposite direction using the other length of thread. This forms the other seed bead loop that will match the other end. Step 5. Thread 2 additional 2 tiny beads with one length of thread, then enter the adjacent RoseMontee laterally, so that the RoseMontee now has 2 perpendicular threads passing through it. Add another 2 tiny between the RoseMontees and continue laterally through the adjacent RoseMontee to the other side. Pull to tighten. Step 6. Thread those same beads using the other length of thread but going in the opposite direction. So you're going to rethread the RoseMontee, the 2 tiny in the middle, and the RoseMontee. Pull both threads to tighten. So now just repeat steps 5 and 6 until you have added the rest of the 2 tinies, crossing the threads with the RoseMontees, and you have beaded the entire bracelet back to the original seed bead loop that is closest to you. Step 7. Rethread the original seed bead loop closest to you, first with one length of thread and then the other, crossing the threads a final time. Rethread the 2 tiny beads and tie a half-hitch knot to each length of thread. Dot each knot with glue, then pull the knot so that it is hidden inside the RoseMontee. Cut any excess thread, and do this to both lengths of thread. Step 8. Using pliers, close a jump ring around the seed bead loop and clasp. Do this at both ends of the bracelet. I think you'll find this bracelet very easy to make once you get the rhythm of it, and you'll soon see how quickly it beads up into what you see before you. Thanks for watching and happy beading!